Young men, boys, the goal of this camp is to make the Blessed Virgin Mary known and loved, as Jesus wishes her to be known and loved in these times. Some of you will deepen their love for the Virgin Mary in this camp. If only one soul does this, the camp will be a stunning success. With the arrival of over 90 campers to the Holy Angels Novitiate, the 2019 Don Bosco Boys Camp began. The boys were divided into 12 teams and given standards with symbols that corresponded to the different titles of Our Lady, which the teams were named after. The camp was further divided between the East group bearing white standards and the West group bearing blue. The first day, Sunday, saw the start of the rotation activities that would continue throughout the week. Rotation activities are a challenge for the body, the mind, or both. The sport rotations, football and basketball, were each played in 4-day-long tournaments. Teams in the east section of the camp played each other, and those in the west did the same until one team from each half of the camp remained. The basketball championship was preceded by a press conference, attended by all campers and decorated with all the standards. The most infamous and anticipated rotation is the Ironman course. Our campers had to especially practice teamwork and hard effort to avoid penalties and finish the course as quickly as possible. Another mainstay of rotations, archery, demanded great concentration and self-control. 3 of our seminarians from Virginia headed the survival rotations. In crafts, Mr. McCall and his students made Vietnam-issued rosary beads out of string. Guided by Brother Simon, the campers brainstormed story ideas and rehearsed short, ridiculous plays. At the evening campfire, with all the teams and counselors gathered together, we would entertain each other with our jokes and skits. Captains and even counselors stepped on stage and added to the fun. After roasting marshmallows, singing folk songs, and telling ghost stories, real and made up, a counselor gave a night talk on an apparition of Our Lady. Then Father led the camp in night prayers and the Salve Regina. With the Blessed Virgin present in their midst, our campers lay down and waited for the morning star to announce the new day. The day starts with war. The enemy is self. Counselors led the teams in morning prayers in the tent and PT. Mass with a sermon followed. After breakfast, several counselors gave catechism classes on the mysteries of the Rosary, the heart of the Marian devotion. Tuesday morning saw our full field capture the flag game between East and West. As the rain trapped everyone inside after dinner, Brother Stanislaus riled up the camp with some chants for the next day's visit to the Lacrosse Loggers baseball game. Although the game ended with a disappointing score, we collected many foul balls, autographs, and moments on the big screen. The night ended with a grand firework display, preparing for Independence Day. For the 4th of July, the camp organized its own baseball tournament at the park near Winona Lake. A parishioner in Winona, Mr. Schrader, roasted enough pork for over 100 hungry mouths. Our exceptional and dedicated kitchen crew also provided a hearty picnic, complete with snow cones for dessert. In addition to the baseball tournament at the park, the boys also had the opportunity to spend the relaxing afternoon fishing as well. As usual, the daily rosary was down at the grotto and was followed by the 2019 Father Pro Bowl. With this, the team tournaments came to an end. The fourth ended with a cookout, snow cones, piñatas, and a slew of skits at the bonfire. The big day, the day of the pilgrimage, was almost here. The camp continued its fun and games, especially the newly arranged slip and slide. The captains and counselors squared off against each other in several games of basketball and volleyball. But there was a note of seriousness particularly on this day. In preparation for the pilgrimage, the seminarians and the brothers explained many of the hidden meanings of the tilma of Juan Diego. Banners were raised alongside the team's standards, torches, and candles in our Vigil procession. As the sun disappeared, Our Lady of Fatima led us to the grotto, which had been decorated earlier by one of the teams with flowers and torches. We honored our mother with her favorite prayer, the rosary, and circled around her to pray for the complete success of the camp and of the next day's pilgrimage. On the final day, the camp culminated with a pilgrimage to the shrine of Our Lady of Guadalupe. At the foot of the hill, we had one last catechism class on the rosary, a final preparation for our ascent to the shrine. Banners and standards in hand, chanting in rounds, terrible as an army set in battle array, we made our way past the trees and the statues of devotion, praising Mary and asking for her intercession. At last we could give to God through her the best prayer possible, the Mass. Surrounded by the beauty of the shrine, our confidence and desire for that true home of ours, which the shrine reminded us of, swelled up. May every one of us who were there on that day come forever to Jesus through Mary. We want to give a special thanks to the ladies, the kitchen crew that provided the wonderful, the delicious meals for us on the camp. Their assistance on this camp was crucial to making it a success. Their assistance was indispensable, and we thank them very much. We especially want to thank Brother Stanislaus for his long hours in preparation for this camp, all of the administrative details that he worked on, the many hours spent at the computer, and dealing with red tape to get this camp off the ground.